Virgo, welcome to your weekly reading for August the 8th to the 14th. Let's get started and see what messages we have here for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Keep in mind these are general readings and may not resonate for everyone, so make sure you check out your other placements to see what other messages you may receive. All right, we see the Y card coming out. To be fair, Virgo, you're questioning something. You're questioning something. It may or may not feel fair. You're questioning it. You're coming to the edge of something. I feel like you're needing to sort of prepare for something to shift and to be the observer. Bottom of the deck is time for a nap. So you may not need to take any action right now. You know, there may be something that you're questioning. You're really wondering about a situation right now. There's something on your mind and it doesn't feel fair. So, or it feels like you need to be fair. Something happened here where there's an imbalance, okay? And it's on your mind. It's on your mind big time. You're being guided to sort of observe how this unfolds and to separate yourself from it a little bit. This take a nap card is such an interesting one because it's almost a message to say this isn't your time to take an action. Just let this settle, right? Like let the situation sit. That coming to the edge, though, is an interesting one because that makes me think that the guidance you're getting is going to be hard to take. You might be feeling like there is this fear around this situation, that by not taking an action, it's almost bringing in a lot of anxiety. It's bringing in some fear. It might be time for you to overcome that fear and accept something. That could be why this is happening. And I know why is on your mind. You might be asking yourself, why did this have to happen? How is this fair? Or you may be looking at this to understand if there was an imbalance, where that imbalance took place, you know? But it's interesting. This coming to the edge card is really one where you're sort of facing something that's unknown. And that's kind of the only choice you have right now, is to just observe something that is unknown to you as to the why. The why is not clear to you at this time. I feel like we've seen something similar in your past readings, Virgo. And it makes me wonder if there is more to this situation than you have sort of realized yet. And again, that's the key message here for you with that observer card, is that you may need to have another look at this. You may need to have another look at this, but it doesn't feel like it's time for you to take a step. I think it's time for you to consider the sort of the cause and effect of this situation, because I know that you're questioning why. And we have time for a nap on the bottom of the deck. So again, I can't stress that enough. It feels like it's not time for an action. It's time for you to look at this, examine it, observe it, and really be fair as you look at it. You know, really look at the cause and effect. What caused this situation to happen? It's interesting, as I cut the deck, we see the Lovers and the Page of Wands. So there may be someone here in a relationship with you. Could be a romantic relationship, or it could be a soulmate relationship that was designed to teach you something, you know, as they are. And something happened here and you're still trying to figure out why. There's the Six of Cups. So again, this is a connection from the past. This is an emotional connection that you hold with somebody. Again, it feels like a soulmate. Could be a lover, could be a friend. These soulmate connections can take any form. There's the Queen of Swords. So again, you're seeking why. The Queen of Swords is the ultimate in wanting the truth, right? Seeking the truth. You want to know the truth about why this has sort of, gosh, I was just going to say gone sort of belly up, and then we see the Empress in reverse. So why has the nourishing stopped? Why is this energy now no longer nourishing you? Why is this connection no longer nourishing itself? Like, it feels like something happened here, and it's almost, it could be with a mother figure, you know, it might be someone who was maternal, or you may have been the maternal person. There seems like there is an outcome here that you're trying to figure out with somebody. And it's an awakening. It's a redemption moment here. This is a moment where you're going to understand something greater than just why this happened. This is going to be very revealing in terms of other things as well. Now, bottom of the deck, we see the Three of Cups in reverse. So, you know, I'm telling you, this feels like a friendship or a relationship or a partnership, a collaboration has shifted. Something happened here, and now you don't feel like you can completely trust this energy anymore. You don't want a new beginning. You're almost refusing a new beginning because I think you feel like there has to be a conversation first. Five of Swords. You're thinking that there needs to be a conversation first so that you can understand why this person is pulling away from you, why this person doesn't want to have a new beginning with you. And I feel like you're really wanting to take action, even though it's not the time to take action. I think that might make it worse. That might create more of a gap between you and this person. Seven of Swords and the Seven of Cups. Very interesting. I knew the Hermit was going to be here. I knew it. There's the Hermit now on the bottom of the deck in reverse. So again, I think you're asking yourself, why did this happen? Perhaps you're asking yourself, why did this happen to me? You know, maybe you feel like someone wronged you, or maybe someone feels like you wronged them. It feels like there is a relationship that has roots in the past, and it had a very beautiful sort of innocent beginning, and now there is some dynamic here where it's just not flowing anymore. You know, when we see that Empress in reverse on the top row, I can't help but feel like someone has shut down, and that there is this need for, you know, some empathy, some unconditional love. There is this, someone is overly dependent on someone else and they're not getting what they need. Like when I saw that originally, and I was saying the relationship is no longer being nourished. Something has disrupted the nourishing and loving element in this relationship, and it is on a shutdown right now. There is this almost need to sort of shift away from the material and back to the emotional, but almost in a way that unifies the body, mind, and soul, because I feel like right now self-care is really needed for this dynamic. There is a misunderstanding or a miscommunication or some kind of triangle here with this Three of Cups in reverse. Something has infiltrated this union from the past in the Six of Cups, and now things are at a place where there's like this standstill, and there's hurt feelings. There's this energy of really wanting to reconnect with someone from the past, but not really knowing how to do that because of whatever has happened here. Something has really shifted this dynamic between these two people. And now it's time for a new foundation to be created, but it's almost like in order to do that, there needs to be sort of, we need to look at the bigger picture to see what happened, like what could have changed this dynamic. And that's going to be something, Virgo, that you're going to have to explore when I look at that Hermit card in reverse, because I feel like right now you might feel like you just want to charge in with this Knight of Rods. You want to just rush in, but it doesn't feel like that's going to be the solution here. We've got two sevens here, the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Cups. So ultimately, when you see those two sevens, it's sort of this time where there may have been something done out of strategy or out of for other reasons, but somebody got hurt. Someone here got hurt. And so your true intentions are trying to come to the surface. And as you look at this situation from an emotional perspective, making a decision on what to do almost leaves you feeling like you're not sure. Like you're not sure what the right decision would be. But it's like there is this wishful thinking that everything will just sort of come back to the way it was. But it doesn't feel like that's the point here. It feels like the point here is something grander than that, is to sort of understand a cause and effect situation. There's that Ace of Pentacles coming out in reverse again with the Eight of Cups and the Nine of Swords. I think that when I see these three together, it makes me think that there's a part of you that's like, if I walk away, then it's over. So I can't walk away because I don't want this to be over. I want to build a new foundation. I want to establish a new, like a blank slate where we can understand each other from a new perspective. And it feels like you might need to walk away for that to happen. Sometimes we have to trust the timing of things, Virgo. And if it's not the time to take action and have a conversation or approach this person, you might just have to sort of trust this and, not question why, but try to sort of move through it with surrender, like to sort of surrender to this without demanding to know anything. It almost feels like walking away is what's going to set you free. And that you may have already started that process. I see the Two of Wands on the bottom of the deck here. So, and then the Ace of Wands. So it's like you may have already sort of opted for a new beginning here. And maybe that coming to the edge is you understanding that sometimes the only thing you have power over is your own action. And I feel like you're starting to think maybe walking away is the route to take. Interesting. Although I do think you're not happy about that. It feels like you're doing that because you're not sure what else to do. Maybe the other person in this dynamic is not receiving your messages right now. Perhaps they are sort of the silent ones. Let's see here. Wow, I can't tell you how many people have received this card this week. It could be that we all would benefit from embodying a peaceful sort of energy. You're receiving the dove spirit, which is be peace. And I think you're the third sign to receive this message. So really embodying that peaceful outcome and that peaceful energy, and just, again, sort of observing things without taking an action, just taking things as they are and not resisting that, allowing yourself to have that healing space as well, so that you can sort of nurture yourself and reunify all of these pieces. It's very interesting. I feel like you might have a new beginning with another direction as you walk away from this, and that might be the thing. You're very emotionally attached to this situation or this person, and so the idea of walking away from them is bringing up a lot of anxiety for you. You really want a new foundation with them. Perhaps it's possible in the future. It feels like right now you need to focus on yourself again here, and to really evaluate this situation without judgment, but just to try to understand that cause and effect relationship. What caused this indeed? Interesting. All right. I'm going to leave it at that for you, Virgo. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading. If it's resonated for you, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing. If you would like a personal reading, you can find the link for that in the description below. And as always, I'm sending you so much love and light, and we'll see you again soon for another reading. Take care, my friends.